Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome back to Empire City.
From the visuals, you could really tell that this was one of the earlier PS3 titles. I mean, they did a good job on the visuals, I think, but it still clearly shows a lot of the character models are pretty low spec. You know, the looking off into the distance, they had to use a lot of DOF in order to hide the low poly count and whatnot.
It looks like soft focus at some distances, which is just kind of really,
It is pretty dated, though.
Yeah, everything does have a good, like, deteriorating look to it, though, so I guess it kind of fits.
The aesthetics are nice.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do was to just, like, as you were doing in the beginning, is to just look out at the ocean and, like, let the frame rate jump up to 60 and then just jump around and watch his backpack straps float around.
I never did that. Also, we just got blast shards because now they're on the map, and the number you need to get a new battery core goes up as you get more of them.
Cole's mouth also goes kind of like, bah, bah, without any real attempt at syncing.
It looks kind of separate from the rest of his face as well, which is kind of disconcerting.
It's kind of like a
They
nutcracker.
stole that from Sonic Adventure.
Stop it. In Sonic Adventure, their whole face was part of the movement. Every part
It wouldn't
was
be
needed.
until Half-Life 2 that Sonic Adventure's amount of facial feature movement would be met. The amount of detail.
Climbing in this game is good, but on certain buildings it is just a chorus of mashing X and holding up.
That is.
Yeah.
Looks like a portable audio drive is attached.
Of course, and there is also the frustration of trying to scale a building with no climbable parts, so it's just like mashing X and it's not working, and Jesus
They're
Christ,
just
why isn't this
sliding
working?
down.
Yeah, nothing.
This is another feature that will become part of the free roamable map. We find these, we get audio logs. Depending on whether you like audio logs and lore, that will change your perspective on them.
One thing I like about, well, I suppose sandbox games in general, not just Infamous, is like seeing buildings or standing on buildings where, oh yeah, this important part of some other mission happens here. Or like, I remember standing here in another mission, stuff like that. There's an important mission that happens there. I just enjoy that in sandbox games. But Infamous especially, for some reason.
This was where I destroyed the entire city.
You can tell that one any day.
This is
Also, you can throw people off buildings. I'm sorry, you get a lot of XP for doing that as well.
You do.
I love throwing people off shit in games.
Those flips.
And the blast power provides.
He looks so goofy climbing up that
Also,
pole.
you'll see now when I do the pulse move, there is a kind of circular bar going around, and it pinpoints in one direction.
Jesus, Cole, that's not how you climb a fucking ladder. I'm sorry.
He can do it how he wants. Who's the parkour expert here? You or Cole? Exactly. Shut up.
Damn.
That's pinpointing us towards the next satellite. We can get more logs, or in this case, get one step closer to the first log.
How vigilant were you guys in, going after these satellites?
I got all
Pretty
30
bad.
in this run through.
Nice.
I was pretty bad at it. It was my least favorite thing. I think I much preferred the birds in Infamous 2.
In this run through, I got all but the last few blast shards, so I got all battery cores, and I got all satellites, so nearly 100%ed. But that's all done off screen. There's not going to be a lot of minutiae of me just grabbing everything. That's all kind of cut out. So if you want a guide on finding the blast shards,
Go to someone competent.
Oh,
damn! Shut the fuck up, yo.
Well, I was referring more to
yeah,
a
do
competent
it.
commentary group as a whole, not really
Okay.
you specifically.
No, but what I mean by that is go find like someone who did like a map of them, and they're easy enough to find. You just pulse and it shows you where they are. They're a blue speck on the map.
Honestly,
So they're
that
easily
was
found.
one of the few things that I like just going around them trying to find them by the seat of my pants. Especially it gave me something to do in the post game. Find the ones I
Yeah.
missed.
Oh, their AI's not great around ledges in groups.
Suicide pact.
If a man gets lightning powers, we're doing it, lads. It was an odd bet, but fuck me if it didn't come true.
But standing on top of that rooftop, we were when the game decided to dramatically zoom in on those guys on the rooftops. Rooftop combat is primarily where I experienced my issue with not being able to gauge how far my bolts really went, and that gave me some issues when I first started playing. Like I was just trying to zap them from all the way over there, and it looked like my shots were connecting, but obviously no damage was being imparted.
Why were they even guarding the satellite dish?
They were guarding the porta potty.
One thing that's really good though, and it kind of mitigates the problem, is because of the verticality of the rooftops and how varied in height all the rooftops are. You can kind of use the buildings themselves to get close to people without getting shot.
No, yeah, rooftop combat was definitely one of the more fun things.
I wish the porta potties were more destructible. Like, I really want to just, like, shoot the fuck out of a porta potty.
Actually, there would have been a cool Easter egg if, like, you blasted one with, like, one of your electronic blasts and, like, knocked off a building and someone was screaming inside.
Oh god. That would have been horrifying. It would have been great if you just, like, hear a splat and then on the screen just evil karma gained.
Or no, it would be
Also,
even...
Molotov
No,
enemies.
you know what would be even better is after clearing all those enemies out of there, if you push the porta potty off, like, it wasn't giving you the thing for clearing the area of enemies, then you push the porta potty off here, the screen, area cleared of enemies. Just one of them had been hiding in there. Lovely.
So yeah, there's about 21 or so stunts in this game. I don't get all of them because some of them are really fucking situational.
Knock a guy off that one building.
Not quite that situational, but you need them to be kind of like in a big group and all near a ledge at the same time. You need to be lucky.
If you got something to spare, take it over there. Those kids need it more than you do. And just because you haven't got...
These TVs are horrible. They're like entirely out of focus.
No one's cleaning them, but they're keeping the power running.
That was something I kind of liked about this. You just see how much garbage has just accumulated in the streets because, you know, no dump trucks or anything.
I like that little animation when you get a new battery core.
Pretty satisfying.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, slightly more powerful.
Medical emergency.
Luckily I was on this rooftop.
I can't solve all the world's problems.
It's not like I'm doing anything else, Moy. I'm trying to parkour over here, jeez.
I've got to get in my daily 24-hour run.
You know, these rooftops are pretty goddamn bright for supposedly being at night. And, like, the shadows are very well defined.
Oh well, you see, it's Cole's new electric eyes. They pick up everything.
Actually, that would be kind of interesting if, like, ambient light was more emphasized to Cole than just, like, to normal people.
And if he upgrades them enough, he can see in full bright. That's when it becomes hellish.
Oh god, trying to go to sleep, close your eyes.
I just got full bright mixed up with light bright, and now I'm just imagining a conduit who sees everything in light brights.
And then they just use their power on themselves. Oh, that's another thing as well. You'll realize that Cole is not immune to his own electrical attacks later on in the game, which is interesting.
This guy is badass as fuck. He has a mustache and an eye patch. God damn. Well,
Did that guy just, like, fart out his face?
You're gonna see this more. We're not gonna see this actually much more, but this is actually a side mission, type mission that we only see it once as a regular mission. It unlocks EMTs where you respawn if you get knocked out, while free roaming. And yep, right back at you, that's another stun.
Nice.
Fling someone's grenade right back at them.
I really love the, Wait, was that a rocket or was that a grenade?
A grenade.
Uh,
Yeah, we haven't met rocket launcher enemies yet.
the Reaper grenades, there's something I like about them, just like the immense smoke trails they leave. There's something very visceral about them.
It's visceral and good for gameplay.
I really always love the smoke and fire effects in this game. Just explosions are so full and delicious.
Delightful.
Nothing is better than causing huge explosions and watching sparks fly everywhere. All these particle effects.
You know, like, putting those beds right next to those, like, whatever they are, fans, probably, it doesn't seem sanitary. Like, I imagine a lot of gunk would be coming out of those. Or just...
Not to mention, if they're an aircon and they're blowing air and people are feeling cold because they're near death, that's probably not too comfortable.
Well, I don't think pollution is really the #1 problem you're considering. I'm sure the entire city is just kind of, yeah.
This is a side mission type. This is the ambush type side mission. I'm just showing a few off now. Really, these are just straight up fights, so no unique objectives, they just drop a whole bunch of enemies on you, and you get to have the pleasure of kicking the shit out of them.
Yeah, if anything, it emphasizes just how fun this ability is, because you can just, keep beating up these guys and it never stops being fun.
Yep, also you can fling cars with the boost, but
Yes.
actually getting them to crush people is kind of awkward.
No, it's more about the explosions than the crushing them explicitly with the car.
Yeah, but it's why I like Infamous's combat system so much, is that the environment feels as much your weapon as your moveset.
Right.
And your moveset is varied enough to actually use it.
Who did you just fling that at?
Nothing, I was just moving it around.
Nice.
There we go. I bonked him with a
Slow-mo,
car.
Dropped the grenade, too.
If
Yep.
anything, this is one of the reasons why I liked Infamous so much, because it really accentuated what the 7th generation should have largely been, interactive environments that take use of, the new physics engine that the 7th generation could do, and just being able to play around with it so much and having that diversity in gameplay was really awesome. Too bad
Yeah.
most games later on, not in this series, but later on in the generation would prefer pre-baked environments, but whatever.
It does kind of bother me, though, that Cole doesn't get any evil XP for, blowing up all these innocent people's cars. Those things are expensive, and you can't exactly just buy a new one or collect insurance in this current situation they're living in.
Not to mention, you don't get evil karma for blowing up cars that people are obviously driving.
Wait, seriously? I thought you did.
Yeah, you don't. You don't get evil
Jesus.
karma for that. I know, it's kind of fucked. I guess it's just to stop you from, netting loads of evil karma in fights with a lot of collateral damage, but you'd think if you're playing the good route, you should be mindful of collateral damage anyway.
Wait, what? I don't remember Cole being able to do this.
Oh, it only
Really?
happens in the first game. This doesn't come back in future installments. But yeah, he can apparently get memories from people's residue electromagnetic energy.
This was fucking stupid, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's fun, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun, but it's stupid as hell.
Actually, I'd argue that it isn't fun. These are one of my least favourite types of missions. But yeah, if you lose track of them, just pulse and they kind of respawn, and you can kind of keep tracks of them this way.
Whoa.
He's green, too.
He's
I
made
know,
of flubber. No, that would be cool, a conduit where your power was being flubber.
Speaking of conduits...
This is the Reaper conduit. He's my favourite conduit to fight because he's fast. He's actually pretty simple though. If you just spam him with shots, you can stun lock him and pretty much wreck his shit.
He's
It's all about
tall
using your
fuck.
dodge roll.
Yeah, seriously, apparently
I know.
becoming a conduit has the prerequisite of you being 7 feet tall.
The Reaper's hired based on height. They were a lot like the British police used to be.
Well, you see, the Ray Sphere was really close to one of the basketball courts that the Reaper gang controlled.
On a different island. They had to go over to the historic district to play their b-ball.
I mean, when you have to commit to the game.
Jesus Christ.
You get 14 XP for a crush, so I guess that evens out for how awkward it kind of is to pull off all the time.
He just got scooped up.
I know! He just kind of got rolled onto it. It was kind of pretty. Like a little pirouette.
Oh, they have AKs.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. I like the AK, especially when it's in kind of a street gang's hands. It just works.
The feds are what's up, man. They're real cool. I never noticed those scrolling subtitles before.
They're nice.
I don't know, Zeke, but if we want to be out of here, this is
Now this gunfight can actually be pretty hard because those
Yeah.
power boxes, they can explode. So there's a reason I'm staying kind of to the back, you know.
And even more
Also-
than that, here we meet Cole's #1 real enemy, chain link fences.
Chain link fences. You can't climb over them. You can't shoot through them.
But
they
enemies
can
can
shoot
shoot you through them.
Yeah.
Yep, they are bastards. Your electricity gets caught in the blast. And also, this is also a case where, okay, we've introduced you to the Reaper conduit. Now here you have to deal with him with a group to back him up. So you got to change your tactics a little bit. But I kind of baited him into coming to me. So yeah.
Though it does make you wonder, why doesn't an enemy simply wear, chain link armor?
Well, it'd be on his body, so then it would just kind of circulate around him.
Well, no,
It
you
does-
could
does
have,
kind of
like, it would be
circulate.
braced a bit away from... It would be sort of like a mobile cage thing. Like, it would be held away from him with, like, rubber spikes or whatever, rubber supports.
I don't want to get all game strat on you. I'd blast the fuck and then kick him while he was down.
I mean, I suppose there's nothing stopping Cole from, like, just straight up punching them, but...
Yeah. Okay, there's another thing. You saw a moment ago, I got a wounded kill. I kicked the guy when he's down, got an extra 8 XP, so... Also, that was great, so that's a karmically neutral action to kill someone who's completely not a threat to you anymore.
I did really like that bit of lighting we just saw, though, where the guy's shadow was silhouetted against the wall. Nice.
Yeah.
7th gen wonders.
Also, I guess you could argue that King Cole's might be stopping them from killing someone somewhere else, but that's a bit fan-wanky.
Why doesn't Cole just kill the Joker? Yeah, Cole, man up!
Man up, deal with the fact that you're probably dealing with a migraine. Also, I like these. Powered down areas. It changes the dynamic of the game a lot.
The game does a very good job of making you very reliant on all that energy, and then it subverts it. You know, ripping it away from you is very effective.
Yeah, it's one of the best parts of this game are these sections. Love them so much.
The lighting.
I can't
is
tell if you're
fantastic.
being ironic or not, but I like them.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
no,
I
he's
genuinely,
okay.
This is genuinely one of my favorite parts of the game. Just everything is so cool about them. Just, you know, the platforming heavy sort of centric. It makes it more like, linear and typical level like that. I really thought was a cool alternative to just being open world. Also, the fact that you're the only light source is really cool.
That's a nice touch. So now we've got our first new powers of the game, and they're not really combat powers, they're more post-combat powers. But we've got healing charges, which it's best if you don't question it too much.
Hey, your arm came off. Let me just zap you with like 10,000 watts.
Oops, I accidentally
man, I
just
love
shot
it.
that guy with lightning, incapacitating him. I better shock him with lightning to fix him up.
Give him the good lightning! Not the bad lightning. We can stop here and get a whole bunch of XP and good morality.
The blue lightning giveth and the red lightning taketh away.
You can't hurt yourself by stepping into those fires, by the way. I really like that touch.
Yeah. Also, one thing here, you can also... that gives you good XP. Live captures, that's another power we have. And then we have evil powers. You gotta tap it to use this one.
Wow.
Oh.
You're such a bitch snake.
Sorry, I forgot to tap. Okay, there we go.
God,
Good,
so
we're all good.
visceral.
That also gives you a complete refill of electricity and sets your health back to max. But it's evil.
And it takes a while.
So in a sense, when you do that, think about it. So I assume that they're being knocked out, right? Because you just drain them of all their electricity. But think about it. If you just drain them of all their neuroelectric power, that means that they're dying because of asphyxiation, because their fucking lungs just stopped working.
Well, way to make that more horrific.
Thinks I killed her sister.
I was just thinking in a comic book I was sucking out their electricity.
Well, I mean, they
No,
wouldn't
I
be
was-
conscious for it, but still.
Yeah, also if you knock a dude into water, that is pretty much an instant kill. You just need to shoot in their general area and they're gonna get knocked the fuck out by it.
Wouldn't they first get killed from, you know, all the electrical impulses leaving their brain? Instantly.
That's what I would assume would knock them unconscious, though I'm not sure, like, that would make sense, and I'm not sure how that really works in terms of just the power itself, but...
But I mean, I think that's where, you know, there's a lot of electricity there. I would think, at least, that that would kill them, all the electrical impulses from your brain getting taken out.
Well, I mean, I think they say neuro, like, I think the way, like, you know, brain synapses aren't exactly the same.
I mean, your whole neural system, not just your brain, but still. Your brain
Yeah.
is still obviously part of your neural system. Oh, that's neat that they have, like, safety rails down below for you.
Yeah. Because if you get thrown in the water here, you're gonna take some damage.
You die basically instantly if you fall into deep water. I mean, it's not instantaneous, as in it's like, you know, it's just game over, but you die, you're struggling to get out, you're gonna die in like 2 seconds, you're not gonna be able to get out, probably.
This is the thing. There's no real deep water in the sewer levels. It's all kind of about knee height, which for Cole pretty much does the trick.
Are you out of your damn mind? The Reapers will kill my wife. No one.
This guy's moving. I think he's actually a robot.
Screw you. I jammed this thing up there. No one is getting in or out until she's safe.
Okay, there is no reason, like, from any perspective to do the evil route unless Cole is just an irredeemable dick.
He just gets a lot of social anxiety from talking to people, so he's just like, really
Threatening me with
awkward.
that crowbar.
Beta as hell. I can't tell him. It'll be easier to kill him.
Linnea's dead. They shot her.
How do you know her name?
I know this is hard. I saw her body. There was nothing.
Well, I guess in a sense, like, you know, if he rejects your offer of, you know, if you say that she's dead, he could accuse you of killing her and then not let you pass.
Yeah,
anyway.
or just not believe you. You're lying. How dare you lie to me like that? I mean,
Promise me.
But then evil is the only choice anyway, but at that point it doesn't really matter if you pick the good option.
what if you tell him his wife is dead, then kill him?
Well, that should give you double evil points.
It's one of those things where I really love it in the game where you can give an enemy arc restraints and then execute them.
And you get extra evil points for that, and it's even uniquely named, it's Executioner.
I really enjoy doing that.
That says a lot about you.
Thank you.
Another sector powered up. So now we can actually survive in here for any reasonable amount of time, and we can go to the club bar.
Can we, Snake? Can we really?
No, the inside isn't modelled.
Did this game have any of the like satirical like movie posters and whatnot, or is that just in the
Oh
second?
no, it doesn't.
Oh, I thought it did.
I know.
There are 3 more substations that are still
There's no Call of Duty knocking about here, but maybe the one that came before it. This person is invincible. You have to heal them.
Jesus Christ, they're
I
a
know.
conduit of infinite electrical absorption.
Thank you.
Back there. Open the gate.
This guy's okay. He gave me a refreshing jolt. Several thousand.
Running around with some electrician.
Okay, the red lighting looks cool. I'd forgotten about that.
Doesn't change the fact that I need to get in there. I can either fry him and open the door that way, or tell him that his wife is dead. See if that gets him to back off.
Also zapping him. This guy really actually kind of deserves it, because look. Look how long
What
he
the
has.
fuck?
I know. I was confused as well. I was like, wait, is
Wait,
this
you
not
can
working? I
still
didn't
tell
even
him
notice
about
it.
his wife after that.
Yeah. Well, that worked.
Oh, he's kind of dead now, but
Wait, how did that open the gate?
Confused as-
because you electricked it.
The owner's dead. The rest have to get free.